Welcome to Discover Vietnam, where we explore the people, events, and values that shape the Vietnamese identity. Today, Discover Vietnam will introduce you to the top 5 Vietnamese heroes who have earned the admiration of the world. Number 1. Trong Hung Dao, Asia's outstanding military genius. When we talk about Asia's greatest military minds, one name stands out as a symbol of fear for his enemies and admiration from generations. Trong Hung Dao, the supreme commander who defeated the Mongol Empire 3 times in the 13th century. More than a general, he was, and still is, a national symbol of patriotism, intelligence, and Vietnamese resilience. Historical background. In the 13th century, the Mongol Empire under Kublai Khan was expanding rapidly across Asia and Europe. After conquering China, their next target was the south, including Dai Viet, now Vietnam. Facing this unstoppable foe, Trong Hung Dao rose as the military leader of Dai Viet and devised brilliant strategies to defend the nation. Legendary victories. 3 Mongol invasions. 3 incredible victories. Battle of Dong Bo Do, 1258. The Vietnamese launched a surprise counterattack and forced the Mongols to retreat. Battle of Bac Dong River, 1288. One of the most iconic naval battles in world history. Trong Hung Dao used hidden iron-tipped stakes in the river to trap and destroy the Mongol fleet. He applied the principle of using the weak to defeat the strong, relying on intelligence and strategy instead of brute force. Military genius and philosophy. Trong Hung Dao was not only a master of warfare, but also a thinker. He left behind the powerful Proclamation to the Officers, Hic Tung Shi, a call to arms that ignited loyalty, courage, and national pride. He believed in winning by winning hearts. His army was strong not just in combat, but in spirit and unity. Legacy and influence. Today, Trong Hung Dao is honored across Vietnam, at Tren Temple Nam Dinh, in statues in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, and in the hearts of every Vietnamese person. International historians rank him among Asia's greatest generals, a visionary far ahead of his time. Trong Hung Dao, a true hero of Vietnam and a timeless reminder that intelligence, willpower, and patriotism can overcome any empire. Do you feel proud to be Vietnamese? Let us know in the comments. Number 2, Le Loi, the founder of the glorious later Le dynasty. When the nation was drowning in suffering under Ming domination, a hero rose to lead a resistance, unite the people, and found one of the most glorious dynasties in Vietnamese history, the later Le dynasty. That hero was Le Loi, a humble man in plain clothes who wrote a golden chapter in history through the 10-year Lam Son uprising. Marked by immense hardship and extraordinary greatness. Historical context. In the early 15th century, the Ming invaded and ruled Dai Viet with violence and oppression, attempting to erase its culture and identity, leaving the people in misery. In this context, in 1418, from the mountainous forests of Lam Son, Thanh Hoa, Le Loi raised the flag of rebellion, beginning a long struggle to reclaim national independence. The Lam Son Uprising. The Lam Son Uprising lasted 10 years, 1418-1427. Starting from extreme weakness and turning the tide, Le Loi combined guerrilla warfare with conventional military strategies, moving from mountains to the lowlands. He gathered brilliant talents like Nguyen Tri, who crafted the strategy of using righteousness to overcome cruelty, using humanity to replace violence. The climax was the Battle of Chi Lang, Sun Jiang, 1427, which crushed 150,000 Ming reinforcements, forcing the enemy to withdraw and ending their occupation. Nation building and the later Le dynasty. In 1428, Le Loi ascended the throne as emperor, taking the reign title Tuom Tien, and founded the later Le dynasty, one of the longest and most prosperous dynasties in Vietnam. He valued talent, promoted agriculture, reformed the law, and brought peace and prosperity to the people. Legacy and historical impact. Loi left a profound mark on Vietnamese culture and history. The legendary return of the magical sword to the turtle god at Wan Kim Lake is an immortal symbol of selfless leadership for the nation. Streets, schools, and temples bearing his name can be found across the country. He stands as a shining example of a patriotic, people-oriented leader who dared to sacrifice for the greater good. Lê Lợi, not only the man who reclaimed the country from foreign rule, but also the one who laid the foundation for a brilliant era in Vietnamese history. He is living proof that from ordinary people, great figures can emerge to change a nation's destiny. Number 3. Wen Hu, the Thunder Emperor of the South. When history recalls the greatest heroes of Vietnam, the name Wen Hu, who later ascended the throne under the title Quang Trung, shines brightly like a blazing star amid the stormy skies of the 18th century. From a peasant hero to the founding emperor of Tai Son, born in a time of chaos, with the country divided, corrupt regimes, and peasants oppressed, Wen Hu and his two brothers, Wen Nhac and Wen Lu, raised the banner of the Tai Son uprising, with the desire to reunify the land and bring justice to the people. Though he was not trained through formal education, Wen Hu possessed a natural genius for military strategy. He not only commanded troops with godlike skill, but also understood the hearts of the people, attracted talented individuals, and built an elite army backed by united public support. A whirlwind on the battlefield, the terror of his enemies. Wen Hu deserves to be called the Thunder Emperor, not only because he rose in a time of thunderous upheaval, but also for his lightning-fast speed and devastating strength in warfare. His campaign to crush 290,000 King invaders during the spring of 1789, Year of the Rooster, lasted only 10 days, likened to a fiery storm sweeping away everything in its path. Never before in Asian military history had an army moved so fast and won so decisively. The name Wen Hu, Quang Trung, echoed not only in Vietnamese chronicle, but also made the Northern Qing dynasty wary. Emperor Qianlong of China reportedly said, "Even the southern barbarians have such a man of talent. More than a general, a vision for a southern empire." Few know that after his victories, Quang Trung did not seek personal glory. He took the throne, declared himself emperor with the reign title Quang Trung, reclaimed the capital Thang Long, and began building a unified and powerful nation. He reformed education, valued talent, boosted commerce, unified the currency, standardized administration, and especially prepared a grand strategy, peaceful diplomacy with the North, and expansion to the South, envisioning a powerful Southern empire to rival others in the region. Passing before the dream was fulfilled, in 1792, at only 40 years old, Quang Trung suddenly passed away. His death was a tremendous loss for the nation. The dream of a Southern empire vanished like smoke. The Tai Son dynasty quickly declined, leaving behind deep sorrow and regret for future generations. The spirit of Quang Trung, a call to today's generation. Wen Hu was not only a brilliant general and wise ruler, but an immortal symbol of self-reliance, of rising in adversity, of the proud spirit behind the words, "Fight to keep our hair long, fight to keep our teeth black." History is not just for remembering. Whenever the nation faces trials, the heroic spirit of Quang Trung, like the war drums of spring 1789, still echoes, urging us forward with unyielding resolve. Nguyen Hue was not merely a king. He was the thunder of the South, the spirit of a people, the lightning that illuminated the darkness. Number 4. The Trong Sisters, symbols of patriotism and feminine bravery. Over 2,000 years ago, when northern invaders trampled upon our homeland, two Vietnamese women, Trung Trac and Trung Nhi, rose up and led a resistance, writing one of the very first and most glorious chapters in our history of defending the nation. They didn't wait for anyone to grant them equality. They took destiny into their own hands. In the face of national loss, the death of a loved one, and foreign oppression, the Trung sisters did not bow down or grieve in silence. They rode elephants into battle, rallied thousands of warriors, and drove out the Han invaders, reclaiming over 60 citadels in a short time, something unprecedented in that era. Their bravery was not just courage, it was a bold declaration of Vietnamese women's strength and spirit. The Trung sisters were not only symbols of patriotism, but also proof of intelligence, leadership, and the unyielding desire for freedom. Despite living in a male-dominated society, they showed the world that women could lead, command, and earn a place in history. The image of the Trong sisters riding elephants, wearing iron helmets and armor, standing tall in the midst of battle, has become an eternal symbol of national pride and the Vietnamese spirit. History is not just to be remembered. It reminds us to live with purpose. Let us carry forward that pride and spirit so every Vietnamese, especially every Vietnamese woman, can live with confidence, resilience, and the will to rise. Number 5, Ho Chi Minh, national liberation hero, world cultural figure. Nothing is more precious than independence and freedom. This immortal saying by President Ho Chi Minh served not only as the guiding principle for the Vietnamese people in their struggle for independence, but also as a powerful voice resonating with oppressed nations around the world. He is a symbol of patriotism, unwavering will, and the great spirit of national unity. Under his brilliant leadership, the Vietnamese people overcame countless hardships, defeated colonial and imperial powers, regained independence, and built a free and happy nation. Not only a genius leader, Ho Chi Minh was also an outstanding cultural figure, a man of great intellect and humanity. His works, from poetry and short stories to political essays, reflect deep insight, progressive thinking, and profound humanistic values. In 1987, UNESCO honored President Ho Chi Minh as a hero of national liberation and great man of culture of Vietnam, affirming his immense contributions not only to the country, but also to the advancement and peace of humanity. Studying and following Ho Chi Minh's thought, morality, and lifestyle is the path through which every Vietnamese today can preserve and promote the noble values he left behind. Thank you for watching Discover Vietnam channel. See you in the next episodes. Remember to like and subscribe to explore with me.